Hold on. Oh, could you guys hear me? I hope I didn't. Did I enter with a microphone? I sure did. Okay. Sorry about that. My tablet died. So, where the hell? You see, big bro, you're here. I was hoping that you were gonna be here. Questions are closed, FYI. I'll send out numbers for the rest of the people in a second. Where the hell? Okay. I can hear myself. You guys can hear me, right? Big bro, hey. I was hoping that you were going to be here to see the hat. I love it. It actually looks really nice, I feel like, on me. So, yes, I'm so excited. Thank you again. I don't know where the heck my sage is. Oh, here it goes. My lighter. Hey, Fedra. Hey, Sherelle. Sherelle, why you always late, girl? I'm just joking. I got you. Big bro. Hey, love. Just confirming you guys could definitely hear me. I sent my question late also and never received an agent number. I'm about to send out the rest, boo. I'm about to send it out right now. Questions are closed from here on. Let me see. And I have a lot of questions. So I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to everyone today. It will probably be in the morning for the rest, just FYI. We're getting a little bit more questions and they're a lot. So if I can't get to it today, I will definitely get to it tomorrow morning, like early, because I have an 11 a.m. reading. So I'll probably have to be on here by the crack of dawn. No worries. All right, let's see. Okay, I stopped here. Give me a second. Let me just see where I left off. Okay, here we go. Let me send her a number. Make sure please to send me your email because then I'm not going to be able to send you a angel number. Who's this? Okay, that's you. I see you here. All right, I think I sent out all the questions, all the numbers. Thank you. Hey Tina. Hey love. Um I think I'm missing one person. Who am I missing? I just saw somebody comment. Hold on. Okay, I got you, Chief. I saw yours. Check your email. Safe travels, Tina. Okay, A. I'm waiting for yours, love. So I can send you out your number. Now we have questions are closed, so no more questions. Anyone that send me another one, they're gonna be done tomorrow for sure, or maybe next. Well, I think we're gonna have a part two because I have many, many questions. You sent me two numbers. I did. Oh shoot. I think I did. I think it's gonna be the last one I sent you. Dulce Diablita. It's the last one. I remember. You know, I got confused because we were talking on two different emails. I think I remember why. You got it? Okay. I'm waiting for you, A. Pressure, but no pressure. Don't forget the manifestation oils are currently on sale. FYI, guys. If you're just getting oils, you can find them on Amazon. It's quicker. If you're getting candles and oils, then on my website. So I'll just pack them all in one. So they're currently on sale. You have an abundance oil and a love oil. All right, you got it. Perfect. So let me just send out the last number. We'll get started. So for those that are new here, I do have a long list. Okay. So if you didn't donate yesterday, you're probably going to be kind of last on the list. So if you don't get to stay on live, that don't worry about it. These will be timestamped, meaning in the comment section, you're gonna see your number and you will see your timestamp. So once you see your number right next to it, all you have to do is click the time and it will take you right to your answer. And if I don't get to yours, as I said today, it will definitely be by tomorrow. Just allow me time and I'll get to it. All right, let's get started. All right. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, you guys can hear me, right? I won't be able to put the actual times on the screen because I'm using my phone and I don't know. I'm gonna have to just write them down, write the timestamps down. We're gonna start with number 1221. Just let me know that you guys can hear me, please, before I start. Please. Okay. Number 1221. Present and future situation between this person and number 1221. Present energy, present energy, present energy between 1221 and this person. What's going on in the present energy? Thank you. Thank you, big bro. Appreciate you. All right. King of Swords and the Devil and the Magician. Well, this somebody's definitely a narcissist. Somebody could be very manipulative as well. Three of Cups and the Nine of Wands, King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Okay. What's the Magician? Four of Wands, Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of people here involved. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of people here involved. King of Swords and the King of Wands, Two of Wands. You may have an option between two. What's the Devil and the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles? Wheel of Fortune. Magician, Four of Wands, Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Why are all these people here? What's currently going on between this person and number 1221? The World, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords, the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the Page of Wands. What's the Six of Pentacles and the Hangman? The Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. High Priestess, the Moon. There's a lot of insecurities. I don't know if you feel like you're getting breadcrumbs by someone or you're breadcrumbing this person. Page of Wands, Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. You may feel like you're wasting your time. It feels as if somebody could be very narcissistic or manipulative, and it's almost like somebody wants to manifest a commitment here. I'm not sure if you're dealing with a third party or someone else could be involved, but with the Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, it's almost as if you need to go by the beat of this person's drum. So if you're the one that wants some kind of relationship, I feel like you know that this person doesn't want that. So it makes you into this Queen of Swords, like logical kind of energy. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, the Magician, Four of Wands, the Judgment. What's the Judgment? Eight of Cups, the Star. I feel like you're understanding that you need to walk away from the situation if you want to manifest some kind of growth or like even a partner or a marriage. Just might not be this person. Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, Page of Wands. But I feel like you and this person always come back together. It may be very superficial or maybe friendly or maybe like a booty call situationship kind of situation. Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords in the Tower. So it's almost as if you need to become, as I said, from this Queen of Cups, an emotional person. You could have definitely a lot of feelings for this person, but go into the beat of this person's drum, make you into this Queen of Swords, very logical, like kind of, okay, I need to, understand that this is not what this person wants. They just want, so let me just go ahead and to like water myself down. What's the Queen of Swords? The Death, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely turning cold to whoever this is. I feel like there is anxiety about, blocking them or holding your boundaries because you feel Two of Swords, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I feel like you feel very passionate about them, but there's something about your integrity or there's something here about your self-worth that makes you understand that, this is not going to give you what you want. The Six of Pentacles, the Moon, and there's breadcrumbing energy. I don't think you trust this person, and there could even be other options, third parties involved. All right. All right. So let's see what's coming up between you and this person. What's coming up between 1221 and this person? 1221 and this person. Justice and the Emperor and the King of Cups. You may have an option between two. You keep getting two other people here, or another person here, I should say. the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess, Justice, Six of Cups, Emperor, Nine of Swords, King of Cups, Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Star, and the High Priestess, the Six of Swords. Justice and the Six of Cups, Death, Emperor and the Nine of Swords, Hangman. Are you married? What, dealing with someone else? Because I feel like there's an energy here where you find happiness with someone, but you could be Nine of Swords, Hangman, Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, still with someone else that you can't move away from or that you don't want to move away from. Again, a lot of cooks in the kitchen. So what could she expect with this person specifically, other than that other person? Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords, and a Three of Cups. It feels superficial, and I'm not sure if it's because somebody is committed or somebody has a third party. It feels as if I feel like you guys have to sneak around, or with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords, King of Swords, the Tower, and the Devil. There it goes again. I don't know if there's like some kind of fear with you sneaking around with this person. Are you dealing with someone toxic or I don't know, aggressive or something like that? That's Six of Cups and a Justice. The Lovers. The Sun, the King of Cups, and the Three of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. It's almost like why is there interference here? Five of Swords, Four of Cups, Two of Wands. The Moon, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. What's the Four of Wands? The Five of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and Ten of Pentacles. Somebody may be married. It feels like there's so much interference, like you guys can't get it right because somebody's still committed to someone else, or there's still someone on somebody's end. And I feel like it's almost like it's not where you're at, is where you want to be. And you want to be with this person. King of Cups, the Sun, and the Three of Swords, Four of Cups. But again, there's something like I can only give the bare minimum because of my situation. I could only give but so much. Knight of Swords, the Magician and the Star, the Ace of Wands. High Priestess, Two of Swords, and the Six of Swords, Seven of Cups. And there's so much confusion and leaving something else behind. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Three of Cups, the Moon, here it goes again, and the King of Swords. What I will tell you is this. I feel like what's coming up between you and this person is you're going to start holding back emotionally, and I feel like you may end it because you don't trust this person, or again, there's a third party. The Three of Cups, the Moon, and the King of Swords. Somebody's like, throw the rock, hide the hand, unless you guys are both in situations and we can't just make it work because you're both stuck to different people. There's many people here. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and Eight of Swords. I feel like what you're ultimately going to be doing is waiting for this person to, Page of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Nine of Cups, come towards you the way you want them to come towards you. The Temperance, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. And it's a very stagnant energy. I don't see it happening. I don't see the change or what you want happening for right now. All right, so there may be an ending, and I see you retracting. And I do feel like whenever you retract, this person feels a very big pull towards you, and they do come back. But I feel like there's an ending coming up between you and this person. My recommendations, if you want any from my Botanica, would be the Pain to Power candle and the Roots of Love. All right, you may want to read up on that if you're interested. Oh, and the card you got was Taken Initiative, 1221. All right, number 1331. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, boo. Okay. For number 1331. For number 1331. Present and future. Channel message, present and future. And you got good fortune, by the way. 1331. Present and future. Present energy for number 1331. The Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands. There could be a trip coming up or some kind of plans to travel or move. Something maybe at a like overseas. The Hierophant. The Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. I feel like you're going to get over something. All right. I feel like you're going to get over something. You're going to feel like something is beneath you. You're going to be feeling yourself again. With the Hierophant, Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups, you're going to feel confident again. You're going to feel in a very loving energy again. The Wheel of Fortune is just divine timing. I feel like something for you was with the Hierophant, some kind of spiritual lesson to promote some kind of ascension. And I think we did say that in our private reading, if I remember correctly, that you were going to meet someone and it may not work out the way you wanted to work out. And be careful if someone is playing games, or it's almost like you had to meet a frog before your prince. Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Queen of Cups, the Four of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, Death. Yeah, there's some kind of rebirth that you're doing here. There's some kind of transformation here. You're getting clarity in a situation. What's the Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, Two of Wands? I feel like whatever this feeling that you're having, you may also be longing for family coming up or friends. There may be something about you being emotionally disconnected from this person, and or I'm sorry, from your family, your friends, and that may be triggering to you coming up, or you may be in that energy. Page of Wands. What's this Hierophant? Page of Wands, a King of Cups, the Hangman. What's that about? The Eight of Wands. You could start talking to somebody here. This could be a Taurus. I don't feel like it's the same person. This may be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Nine of Pentacles in a Tower, Six of Cups. What's the Tower? Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups. The Sun. There's happiness coming in. There's a lot of happiness coming in. I feel like you're definitely going to go through some kind of transformation. Whatever this is, whatever hurt that you're feeling with the Ten of Swords, it's definitely a lesson. Three of Pentacles. And it has a lesson to do with your self-worth, your self-confidence, and your love, your integrity, your values. Queen of Cups and a Four of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. What's that about? You have a soulmate coming in, Knight of Swords. And with the Page of Pentacles, you may not see the offer or what this person, the value that they're bringing into your life as yet, because it does start off friendly or small. What is the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups? The Four of Wands. Yeah, you don't see that you're about to enter some kind of relationship here. I feel like also coming up, if you are feeling this Ten of Swords energy, I feel like the advice is surround yourself with friends, family members, etc. What is this Tower moment? The Four of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to start investing into a commitment. Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. You're going to get over whatever deceptive energy somebody else did here. Queen of Wands, yeah, the Fool and the Ace of Cups. You're about to have a new beginning. It's almost like you really had to kiss this frog, but you're gonna almost, there's going to be an energy here of elevation and realizing that this frog had to come into your life for a reason, and it had more to do about triggering things within you than what it said about this person. It's going to promote some kind of growth. Hey, Gigi. What else? What else is coming up? What's coming up now for number 1331? What's coming up now? And it's so funny because on your card, it says advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Yeah. What's coming up for 1331? Judgment. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. And the Page of Wands. Earth sign, air sign energy. The Five of Swords and a Death. The Judgment, the Chariot, Cancer energy. Three of Swords. Queen of Swords, Hermit. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, Death, and the Four of Cups. I feel like somebody could be returning. Empress. But see, here you are. Here's so you left off here with the transformation, and now here you are transformed into the Empress. The Empress, the Chariot, and the Judgment. So you're making a decision to choose you, to move on. But again, you're not going to be the same person. I feel like somebody could be trying to come back around, but you're cold towards whoever this is, and you have some kind of new beginning coming in. Death and a Four of Cups. The transformation isn't easy, but it's necessary. Ace of Pentacles. What's the Three of Swords? Yeah, Nine of Cups. What's this Queen of Pentacles? Six of Cups. Somebody from your past could be returning. Queen of Swords and the Hermit. Page of Cups to apologize. Two of Cups. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups, but you're going to have another option here. Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. But here this person wants to insist on working something out. Death and the Four of Cups, a Fool. You're like, hell to the nah. You're like, nah, we're good. Tell me about this new person or this option. Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. Girl, what is this? Two of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. It's so funny because the way this is like textbook, exactly as I told you it was gonna happen, which is crazy. And I don't mean to toot my own horn. It's just surprising to me that it was just so like, you know, chapter one, chapter two, now three. So here we are in like what, chapter two? Well, chapter, yeah, we're about to go to chapter three. I feel like this person is going to return, but you got somebody here that is unexpected. Heavy water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, heavy Scorpio energy. I feel like, you're going to be a bit defensive, obviously, because now you're in this Empress energy. You're not going to be so, you know, I don't feel like you're gullible, but it's not like a very head on, you know, let me go and jump at this. There's reservation here. Tell me about this person. The Lovers, the Ten of Cups, girl, and the Ten of Wands. Why the Ten of Wands? The Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Hangman. I feel like you're going to be so overwhelmed with whoever this is that it may feel burdensome to you, almost like too good to be true, because with the Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Hangman, they're shifting your perception. And again, you're going through a transformation of it's almost like personal transformation, right? It's you becoming like looking in the mirror and realizing who you are. It speaks about integrity, it speaks about value, it speaks about who I am. How did I allow for this to, you know, to catch me off pivot? But remember, it's almost like you're just getting back into the dating game. So I feel like, you know, it's like a virgin, right? Very vulnerable. It's like there is a little bit of a naive energy here, but I feel like now again it's like, all right, this is not going to happen to me again. And here this person comes and boom, you're like happy, this person's giving you the attention. So it's shifting your perception, like, damn, now what? The Knight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Yeah, you may have two options, a water sign or a fire sign. The past person, I feel you're like, nah, I've already released that. I already learned my lesson, and there's a rejection here, Four of Cups. All right, well, I can't wait to hear about chapter three, girl. I can't wait. Magician, Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I get it. Right now, things may be a little uncomfortable in transition, right? Don't be victimizing yourself. You're allowed to, you know, mope about whatever this is, but we're not going to live in this energy. You're about to have some kind of karmic justice come to you, boo. All right. Number 3333. Okay. Present energy between number 3333 and this person. Amen. I just saw your text. All right. Sorry. Number 3333. Present energy for number 3333 between, how does this person feel about number 3333? The Temperance, the Magician, and the Five of Wands. I feel like this person is still trying to go get over some kind of drama. All right. This person feels as if you created this shit with the Magician, High Priestess. Yeah, there's silence here. And the Six of Wands and a lot of pride. Temperance, Six of Pentacles, Magician, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, especially in a family situation, in a marriage. Five of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Death. They're taking a little while to get over it. Obviously, it's still fresh, right? High Priestess, the World, and the King of Pentacles. They're trying to follow their intuition to close out this cycle because you're committed. Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. But they do want to reconcile. I do feel so. How do they feel? The Hermit, the Ten of Wands. They feel like it's just best to kind of not speak to you, because with the Six of Pentacles here, Two of Cups, yeah, King of Swords, they still feel like you're giving to someone else. and they're still burdened about the fact that you're married or you're committed. Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups. But they're very conflicted because there is emotion here. The High Priestess and the World, the Hangman. Yeah, they're trying to like do the right thing and close out this cycle. Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. They do want to communicate though. Three of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, but they're waiting for the right time, maybe for things to cool down. Five of Pentacles, yeah, the Emperor and the Chariot. But there's still a lot of insecurity because of, again, this Emperor energy, your husband, etc. But they do want to come towards you. And I think I told you this already, but High Priestess and the Hierophant, if you resonate with that term, it could definitely be a twin flame situation or just a very strong spiritual connection between you and this person. What's coming up for number 33? 33, is there a future here between her and this person? I think I saw Astro. Hey, Astro. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. I was really concentrating here. 33, 33. What could she expect as far as future with this person? Is there a future here? Justice, King of Wands. The Sun and the Star. Oh, okay. And the Nine of Wands. Justice, the Devil. The King of Wands, the Two of Cups. The Sun, the Two of Pentacles. The Star, the Ten of Cups. And the Nine of Wands and the Death. Justice and the Devil, the Chariot. Why is the Devil? The Wheel of Fortune. There's still something you need to make right. There's a karmic cycle that you're in, but it's part of your life path. It's part of your destiny. You're going through some kind of karma right now, and you're in a karmic cycle with somebody. Yeah, Ace of Wands. The Lovers. The Nine of Cups. The Hermit. The Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like something absolutely has a future. However, there's still something that you need to move past from, and that's that devil energy, right? The toxicity within another dynamic. I feel though, even though you still need to get over that, the strength, you still need to heal from that, because there is a lot of beautiful energy between you and this person. I feel like you may have happiness, but if you don't heal from a past situation, that happiness may be temporary, because with the Two of Pentacles and the Hermit, there's a part of you that isn't going to be healed, and you're not going to be able to fully embrace this connection. The Hermit and the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, there's still work that you need to balance out and do. The Judgment, yeah, and the Emperor. And I feel like there's still that energy of you and the person that you're committed to, your marriage, that you're still at limbo about working things out, even though right now you feel like it's a done deal. It's funny how life works, all right? Because I do see that energy here. The Fool, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. You may end up giving your husband another chance, actually. The Nine of Pentacles. So until you're fully committed, obviously Nine of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and a Death, things are just slow. And I feel like with the Nine of Wands and Knight of Swords, this person, knowing that you're still dealing with somebody, or you're still committed, you're still living with this person, they're going to be very, 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 very blocked off. Nine of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Death. They're not going to want to hear it, and they don't want to experience what they have. Anything else you could expect with this person? The Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Five of Wands. Again, I feel like this person is just distancing themselves, because with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands, they don't want the drama. They just prefer to kind of move away. They don't want to be part of any kind of spectacle here, any show, any drama. You got hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm, social skills. All right. Number 0550. Hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure I did something. Yep. Okay. For number 0550, you got the eye candy. Wow. Okay, girl, you must be a baddie with a fatty. All right, so let's see. Present and future in love. Present energy for number 0550 in love. Presence energy in love for number 0550. Present energy. Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. And the Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Hangman, Three of Wands, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Magician, the Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, and a Five of Cups. You know, Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This could be one or two things. I don't think I've ever read you before, so you're kind of like a new energy to me. I feel like I got to keep it general for right now, like as general as possible. I feel like there could be a longing for someone here. All right, someone that you haven't heard of, someone that you may still be a bit stuck on. There's a willing or a wanting for some kind of breakthrough and change with this person. I feel like with the Magician, the Judgment, I feel like you're trying to manifest like another comeback around, and I feel like, yeah, you look back at a situation and there's some kind of sadness here with the Three of Swords, Page of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. You could be wanting someone to apologize or come back around. Now, if that's not the situation, it's the same thing, just as in you're just longing for some kind of commitment, for some kind of breakthrough in love. Six of Pentacles, but it feels more so like a person. Nine of Wands. I feel like you're waiting for someone, or you're longing, or you're wondering about this person, but you still have your defenses up. Six of Swords, someone that you moved past, or again, that you ended things with. The Lovers, the Star, and the Eight of Cups. I feel like in the midst of all this, though, there's a lot of healing here. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Knight of Wands. Let's see. Has this person come back around already? You may have someone here with the Magician, the Star, and the Judgment. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Could be an Earth sign. Doesn't have to be. Someone that wants to come back around. I feel like you could be a bit defensive towards this person. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, there could be a lot of thought process about what you guys have went through. Also, the time invested. And I feel like because of the time invested, with the Eight of Cups, with the Fool, I feel like you are walking away, but they're still like looking back at this situation with the Seven of Pentacles, like in some kind of sadness, because there was a lot of investment here. Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Tower. I don't know if this person has returned, but they will be. King of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Four of Cups, the Moon. But there's a lot of insecurities as to are you really going to be happy with whoever this is? The Devil, the Strength, and the Chariot. I feel like you want to move past some kind of toxicity, or what's the Devil? The Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I don't know if this person had a choice between you and someone else. They had two different paths. You got the King and the Queen of Pentacles, and then this Queen of Wands at the side. So I don't know if this was a commitment and there was like a side piece. What could she expect in this situation? What could she expect coming up in love, I should say? 0550. I'm sorry. 0550. What's coming up in love? The Emperor, Aries energy. Doesn't have to be. The Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. I do feel like someone is coming back, but you're very guarded towards them. The Page of Cups. They may want to apologize. And the Hierophant in reverse, but there's still non-committal energy here. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, yeah, Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, Hangman, what's that about? The High Priestess. This person feels a very big pull to you. Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot. Why is the Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords? This person may be full of like they bring baggage with them. They bring drama with them. Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Chariot, Queen of Wands. There may be like a side thing here. They may still be attached to somebody. With the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, I feel like you gained the clarity to kind of move away from this situation. The Sun, there was something that could have been exposed, or again, you found out about this situation, about the side piece. Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, yeah, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. And there's a lot of love here. Five of Cups. Why? Why? You know, this person could be coming back around because that situation didn't work out. Isn't it always like that? Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, now they want a new beginning with you and they want some kind of love with you and happiness. But with the Hierophant in reverse and the Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, it's almost like they come in with some kind of big energy and then they don't walk the walk. They only talk the talk. What's the Hierophant in reverse? The Ten of Pentacles. There's a non-committal energy here. Four of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you could also be withdrawing your energy and realizing this is not what you want anymore. What else is coming towards her in love? The Strength, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and Two of Wands. I will tell you this. I do feel like, again, there's a bit of a single energy here. But there may be an energy from you that you're waiting for someone to change. And even though you may not be dealing with this person or you're rejecting them energetically, you're still holding like some kind of seat for someone or some kind of placement. Like you're keeping this seat on reserved. Justice, Magician, and the Seven of Cups. And you have other options here. Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. But again, there's still something about Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. You could still be holding on to a grudge and ending Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like in the love department, the opportunities could be coming around, but the one that you want may not. You may not be able to see it because you're still holding on to some kind of ending or sadness, defeat, or a betrayal. The what I would recommend for my botanica for you would definitely be the Pain to Power and the Roots of Love. Okay. If you've been feeling like your love situation has been a bit stagnant, all right, maybe the Ashe Alade candle. Number 10, 11, 1011. You got take action. Oh, wait. Wait, did I just hold on? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Did I do something wrong? Mm. Did I send you two numbers? I sure did. I think I did. I'm so confused right now. Hold on. I did yours already. Didn't I? Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right, whatever. I'm going to continue on with this one. All right, number, where is yours now? 10, 11. Okay, this is yours. Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second. This is the same person. Why are you confusing me? I'm going to write you an email, number 1011, because I think I think this is for your friend. And I did it, and then you sent me an email, and you got me all confused. All right, we're not doing 1011 because I think this is the same one. It's just two emails. When you guys send me two emails, y'all be taking me off of my pivot. All right, so scratch 1011. We're going on to 1010. Sorry about that. It was two emails. I apologize, and it was the same question. All right, 1010. Sorry about that. You got it's up to you. So number 1010. Number 1010. Okay, for number 1010, guidance on how to overcome these negative things that this person did. And you did get it's up to you for a reason. Guidance on how to overcome all negative things that this person is doing against her. Eight of Wands. Overcome all these negative things. How could she overcome this? The Chariot. Eight of Wands, the Chariot. The Five of Pentacles. The Four of Cups. And the Nine of Wands. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Death. To leave it out in the cold. Literally, Devil at the bottom of the deck and the Moon. All right, to move on past this. Two of Swords, to block out this person out energetically. I feel like with the Chariot and the Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, don't be asking or don't try to do things for this person's attention. I feel like less is more with the Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Three of Pentacles, also learning some kind of lesson. Four of Cups and a Knight of Swords, High Priestess. You may feel the urge to want to curse this person out, or you may feel the urge to want to go back towards this person and say something else. But I feel like with the High Priestess, all that is an excuse. Nine of Wands and a Death. Yeah, the King of Swords, but there's something that you need to rip off like a band-aid quickly, not something slow but steady. Go back, and it's like, because I feel like with the Nine of Wands is like contradicting energy. Nine of Wands speaks about holding on to a situation, persistence, wanting to make something work, not giving up. It's literally a weary soldier. And with the Death, that's the opposite energy. It's like, no, cut it out. How could she overcome these negative things that this person has done to her? The Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the King of Wands. Literally, it could be a Leo, a Aries, a Sagittarius. End it. End it. The Magician, the Emperor, and the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. I feel like you need to find happiness and balance within yourself. You're attaching this happiness and everything you're trying to create around someone. Happiness comes within you and finding balance within you. With the Magician, the Emperor, and the Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands, you're trying consistently to change someone and you keep giving to the situation. And with the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Fool, you need to now kind of be in this energy where you need to show your self-love. And it's like literally release it to the divine. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Wands, Hangman, and the Six of Cups. I feel like there's always an excuse to run back because of children or something like that. Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Every direction, all of this is just targeting to an ending. The Eight of Cups, walking away and walking towards yourself. Nine of Cups it's a very selfish energy. It's all about you. All right. Ten of Swords, you got the Death. Okay. You got all these ending cards, the Tower, the Five of Pentacles, leaving it out in the cold and ignoring this, like literally giving this person something different that they've never seen before, and actually you not entertaining them, you're ignoring them, you not giving this person supply. Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles end this situation. The Fool, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Six of Swords, Three of Cups, Hierophant, Page of Cups. But I feel like, again, here goes the inconsistent behavior. Nine of Wands again. And you got the Lovers. And we just spoke about the Nine of Wands, not wanting to let it go, wanting, persisting, trying to create something and something that right now is not in alignment, or something that it's not going to be for the moment. You know what I mean? Trying to change this person from this King of Wands to this Emperor. You want them to show up for you in a certain way, and they're not doing that. All right, my love. Number 8888. Sorry, I'm just now seeing these comments. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Astro. I do have on the bracelet. The one that you gave me. Yes, thank you. Hey, Caveman. I haven't seen you in a while, boo. How are you? All right. Number 8888. You have personal power. Follow-up reading. Does her ex-husband know about her twin? Does her ex-husband know about her twin? Does her ex-husband know about her twin, the Pisces? They're both Pisces, true. Seven of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands. Does her ex-husband know? Ten of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Damn. I mean, the Hierophant and the Empress. Seven of Cups in reverse, the Page of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, the World, and the Four of Swords. I want to say yes. And the only reason I'm saying that is because Seven of Cups in reverse speaks about not being into some kind of illusion. or confusion. Page of Wands. This person may not know exactly who it is, like pinpoint, well, this is the twin, or this is how this person looks like, or something like that. I don't feel like they can pinpoint it, but they know that Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I don't know if they came a time where you became different. There was some kind of shift within you. You became detached. You became more holding back. They felt, I mean, I feel like this person knows you very well. And then you got the Nine of Swords, the World, the Four of Swords, and then I confirmed with the star that it's a yes. How do they know about this person? The Emperor, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords. It's the way you move. It was your energy. Eight of Cups speaks about you emotionally detaching. What's the Page of Swords? The Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Wands. This person knows that you liked someone a lot. The Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, yeah, and the Knight of Cups, the Moon. The Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. This person ain't stupid. I know it's like this person knows that there was a third party. I mean, he's feeling like it's a third party, right? Because he still feels some kind of ownership, or feels like you guys are still in a marriage, or you're his, or you're his, you're the mother of his children, etc., etc. So yes, I do feel like this person potentially doesn't know who he is, like to say, well, there goes Jack, you know what I mean? But the energy of you maybe falling in love with somebody or loving someone, yes. And it's just a way of in your energy of how you move. Oh, with the mob card, I'm gonna have to go to this deck. The mob card, it depends on what it's almost like the devil card in in this deck. It's like the devil card in regular tarot. Why did the mob card come out for her in the last reading? What was the mob card about? The Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Wands. What's the Queen of Cups? The Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Hermit, Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Why was the mob card here? Two of Pentacles, the Devil. There it goes. Ace of Cups. What's the Devil? Ace of Cups. Ten of Wands, the Fool, and the Page of Pentacles. Why the Ace of Cups? The World, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles. What is this about? Three of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. I mean, it's not really, I don't know what I said in that last reading. All right. This is giving me, I feel like, a whole different energy to where you need to be very careful on some kind of temporary happiness with someone, or attaching yourself to Ace of Cups, a devil, non-committal people that is just here for like lusty energy. When you want to be Queen of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles, want to really plant seeds and invest. All right. Know how to identify those kind of energies that are very non-committal, superficial. Let's see. Give me a little bit backstory on that reading. What was the mob here? The Devil again, the Four of Cups and Three of Wands, the Emperor, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. What's all this restriction? The Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Three of Cups. Okay, what about it? The Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Oh, why was the mob here? Three of Swords. What was the Emperor and the Devil? The Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Believe it or not, the mob is coming up as your ex-husband. But I'm not sure what I told you in that last reading. You'd have to kind of give me a little bit of backstory when I get off this live, I guess, and we could pull the energy that way. But it's pretty much with the Devil and the Emperor. There's a very possessive energy here, very controlling energy. With the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, you need to block whoever that is out. You need to move with a lot of logic, especially when it comes around commitment. Because I feel like when we're in this energy of really wanting a commitment, wanting our person, or wanting someone to come in when it comes to love, we could definitely find ourselves a bit lonely when we don't feel that and attach yourself to, again, situations that is not in alignment with what we want. Okay. Whatever her angels want her to be aware about. What does her angels want her to know right now? Three of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. The Empress. And the Page of Pentacles. What's the Three of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords, the Fool, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Star, the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Same energy is the crazy part. Ten of Wands and the Three of Cups. So I feel as if Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. What's the Knight of Swords? You may have someone coming towards you that is in some kind of defeated energy. I feel like you're going to get a lot of attention, but with the Seven of Wands, you need to keep your boundaries up. Why? Ace of Swords, the Chariot, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be some kind of breakthrough coming towards you. Seven of Wands and the King of Swords, Six of Cups, especially with people from your past. Empress, Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. What's the Ten of Wands? The Seven of Swords, the King of Cups. I feel like you have two people coming towards you, but you know, you got this. If is this her ex-husband here, Emperor? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, someone that you have already commitment, you had commitment with, long-term with. And then you got this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming towards you. Could be the same person. Three of Cups and the Star and the Page of Pentacles, the Death. What about that? The Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Judgment, the Strength, and the Justice. I feel like Spirit is about to test you. And they want to see if you're going to sabotage with the Queen of Pentacles exactly what you're trying to manifest. So it goes back to the same story again. When we feel lonely, we may, as humans, normally it's normal for us to attach ourselves to something that's going to show us attention, or you know, that's going to provide some kind of sense of validation, and all that do is actually push us back. Five of Swords, sabotage us. Nine of Wands, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance. It's almost like knowing how to be alone and knowing how to be in your own energy here. There's divine timing here. It's like temptation in your worst, at your worst, right? Not at your worst, but you know what I mean. What blessings this month have coming towards her? What are the blessings? What are the blessings coming towards her this month in April? Knight of Cups. Queen of Wands and the Sun. Ooh, heavy fire, heavy Leo energy. A lot of happiness. Page of Cups and the World. Hold on for 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Knight of Cups. The Star, the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, Page of Wands, and the World. Wow, the Hermit. Okay. Well, girl, you're about to enter a beautiful energy, 4 of Wands of happiness. A lot of sexual energy is here too. 7 of Swords. Why 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Magician. Get out your head because you feel like you're not seeing some kind of manifestation. And it is here. The Sun and the Lovers, the Judgment. Ooh, girl, you're about to have something very sexy, something very passionate. All right, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, the Death, something very transformative. And I feel like you may start talking to someone, but with the World and the Hermit, the Fool is once you pass the test. I keep feeling that. What's the Hermit, the World, and the Fool? The 9 of Swords. Yep. The test of you being in anxiety, questioning your manifestations. The 9 of Cups, you got wish fulfillment coming in. What's the Sun, the Judgment, and the Lovers? The 5 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. I do understand that the dating pool may suck. All right, but something happy is coming in. What's the Death? The Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the Temperance, and the Chariot. You know, it's so funny. It's almost like when we catch a temper tantrum with the universe because we want things in our timing. But it's literally like the World, the Hermit, the Fool, and the 9 of Swords. That's literally the energy of walk by faith and not by sight. The Empress, the 8 of Wands, the Strength, the Tower, the High Priestess, and the 2 of Wands. 2 of Cups, yeah. Tower and the Empress, Knight of Wands. You have love coming in. 2 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. You got commitment. You got a commitment. What's the 4 of Swords? The 7 of Pentacles. You may also have another child. 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. As soon as I said that, you may also have another pregnancy coming up. Now, I know you said this month. I don't think the pregnancy obviously this month, but you do have an energy of you starting to talk to someone that could potentially become the person that you have a child with. Or another child with. All right, my love. Um, okay. Number 2323. Number 2323. You got endless cycles. I gotta laugh because I already see your question and look at the card you got. Endless cycles. That is crazy. Spirit ain't playing about this, huh? Endless cycles, boo. All right, let's see. Gotcha. Okay. Present energy. Whatever comes out. Let me look at the chat because I need to make sure you guys can hear me and everything. We're good. Okay. Oh, we're playing Cupid here, huh? I love it. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. All right. Present energy for number 2323. The King of Cups and the Hangman. Lord God. Here we go. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. The Judgment and the 4 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. The King of Cups. The Moon. The Hangman, the Strength in reverse, Lord, the Judgment, the Lovers in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Death, the Seven of Swords, and the Fool. Girl, when Spirit is like, you need to run, you need to run. What's the King of Cups and the Moon, the Empress? What's the Moon? The Four of Pentacles. Girl, no matter how much you want to move away from some kind of energy, this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual, you're stuck on this person. Four of Pentacles and the Moon, the Hangman, and the Strength in reverse, the Three of Cups. This man makes you weak, literally. The Strength in reverse, strength uprights means strength. The Strength in reverse means this man makes you weak in the knees. Judgment and the Lovers in reverse, Ace of Cups. You love this person. Lovers in reverse, the Devil. Even though it's something that is out of balance, it lacks harmony, it lacks, you're not equally yoked to this person energetically. You're come up as the Empress. The Lover's card is like a soulmate energy. They're equally yoked. Now, with the Ace of Cups, obviously it's a love situation, but this could even be, friends, family members that are just not in a balance with you. All right. And then you got the Devil attached to this. And then you got the Empress to the King of Cups. And I'm sorry. Could Empress be with a King of Cups? Yeah, but ultimately there are matches in the tarot for a reason. The Empress could only truly be for me with an Emperor. Because that means this Empress is going to water herself down some way, somehow. All right. The Four of Swords and the Death. The Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands. That's what you need to release. The Queen of Wands in you. You're showing up as the Empress. You need to release the Queen of Wands in you. The Queen of Wands is someone very, and we're going to put it in context, right? There's a part of you that's dying out. That's what you need to realize. All right. There's a part of you that's dying out. And the Queen of Wands, it's not even like the description of the Queen of Wands. It's actually a part of you that you need to release. That's the old you. You're now the Empress. And there's nothing wrong with the Queen of Wands, but this is now in comparison to the Empress and the growth that we're doing. There's a part of you that's dying out. Seven of Swords and the Fool and the Emperor. What's the Seven of Swords? Ace of Wands. And believe, and there it goes. Seven of Swords speaks about, yeah, sneaky energy, deception, and stuff like that. But with the Seven of Swords is literally someone that's trying to like sneak away or something that needs to be avoided. All right. And the Fool, and what you're avoiding is freeing yourself from this person in order for your new beginning. See, now the Emperor with the Empress and the Ace of Wands to come in, some kind of new beginning for you, love. And look, what flipped, and I looked at it, Ace of Pentacles, not only is stability, passion, and actual emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Swords, you got all four aces, girl. Two of Wands and a Six of Cups. Needing to move on because look, now you got all aces. Breakthrough, emotional fulfillment, passion, stability, and a breakthrough. All right. And actually a connection. And I do want to tell you that this speaks about not just one relationship, but it speaks about relationships that you've been in. All right. I feel like there's someone that wants to come in, but it's really all up to you. And that's why you got endless cycles. If you think about it, all your relationships have mirrored each other. And this is almost truly not knowing, probably not ever experiencing the true, healthy, loving kind of connection. One way or other, you have to sacrifice pieces of you in every relationship. And yeah, let's see. What's coming up for number 2323? And happy birthday. I think your birthday's coming up. Three of Pentacles. The Moon and the Three of Wands. The Seven of Wands and then Six of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. You're taking it's like, I heard this the other day, and it's so funny because it resonates with so many of us. It's cognitive dissonance. Look that up. Cognitive dissonance. And I'm not going to go over I'm sure you know what it means, but I won't go over like the meaning. But this is you. It's going to be The journey is prolonging itself because you refuse to learn a lesson. And you know the lesson. That's the thing, right? The moon, it's almost like who God is going to hold more accountable. You are the person that don't know him. Knight of Wands, yeah. Three of Wands. It's like doing the same thing over and over again. Four of Cups and the Five of Wands. You're fighting to move away from something. You're fighting against the current. Seven of Wands, and this is what's coming up, girl. If I was with you, I will be winding up right now and I'll be cussing you out in a good way. You know, it's all out of my purity of my heart. King of Swords and the Two of Wands. You need to hold your boundaries up. And I know it's going to be hard, but you got to get cold with someone. Six of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune. And you know what? It's literally could be just blocking this person. Like, why do you keep picking up the calls if you don't want to deal with this person? Why you keep picking up the calls when we know with the strength in reverse, we are when we know that we are weak in knees for someone, right? It's almost like a drug, let's be honest, or like alcohol or my vape. I mean, shit, we'll put me in here. I don't care. Um, it's like, damn, but I love to do it, but you know, and that's cognitive dissonance. I know it's bad for me, right? So it's like, what are you gonna change? Are you gonna actually change the behavior or the actual action? So the behavior would be no, what is it? Is the behavior or the belief system behind it? Right? Knowing that something is keeping you stagnant, what are you going to change? The belief in that, okay, well, I know this person is probably going to change when you know he's not, but that's your belief. That's easier to do than the actual action, me stopping the smoking. I'm just going to flip it and like, well, I can get hit by the bus tomorrow, so let me go ahead and enjoy my vape. Fuck it, I'm going to die one day anyway. Or am I going to stop fucking, I'm going to do the hard thing is actually taking the action, right? And this is what this is saying. So are you going to change your belief system to be like, oh, but you know, he's not really that bad, or you know, maybe one day he'll change if I give it another 5 million years, you know, something like that. Five of Pentacles. So it's a very slow moving energy. The Emperor, Knight of Wands, and the Moon. Yep, Six of Swords. I feel like this person is going to be coming back around. I feel like you are trying to detach. Two of Pentacles, but see, when I say trying, here goes your iffiness. You're still like one foot in, one foot out. Five of Wands, Four of Cups, Nine of Cups. I'm going to be honest with you, and I know you're not going to like it, but you're an Aries like me, so I know you're going to appreciate this. You like this. You like the end of cycle. You like this shit. Five of Wands and a Nine of Cups. You like the push and pull. You like the cat and the mouse game. Why? Because you've been doing this for so long that this is your place of comfort. And yes, we're creatures of habit. We love to sit in a place of comfort no matter how bad it is. Because this is what we recognize, this is what we know. And the minute that we don't have it, we're like, okay, so what now? What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Seven of Wands and the King of Swords, Nine of Swords. Blocking this person gives you the ultimate anxiety. Eight of Wands. And I truly mean blocking them from your phone because you haven't even done that. And that's my whole thing is like, if you don't want this, right, then why keep the lines of communication open and why answer that call? At the end of the day, then it's all an excuse. And I could speak to you like this because you're an Aries. You and I were here and you know this. Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance. So it's almost like the delay is just, again, it's waiting for you. The divine is like, okay, you want to keep playing that game? Not a problem. I'm just going to keep waiting so that I can bring in your success when you're ready. And what is this? The Five of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Tower, the Chariot, the Three of Swords, and the Hangman. They're waiting for you to move on from this stagnant ass energy. At this point, I don't even feel with the Three of Swords it's hurt. It's just stagnation. And you're self-sabotaging. Five of Swords, King of Wands, that's you, and the Tower. There's what's this Tower and the Hangman? The Nine of Pentacles, the World, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like you are gonna have some kind of light bulb moment. You're gonna turn the switch on. Hopefully you'll be replaying this video over and over again, and you see how the divine is you know, giving you a little beat up here, but you are gonna feel some kind of empowerment coming up. The Knight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Magician. I feel like you're going to really be kind of leaving someone behind, turning your back and focusing on what you want and what you want to manifest. And you're going to really be cold towards this person. You're going to be very defensive. All right. I feel like there's a big distraction and they're going to try to come back in, And that's the whole thing. But I feel like you do have a new connection coming in. You have something stable, but it's until you switch that light where, that light switch when you're like, you know what, I'm done. You block all the calls, the emails, everything, because there shouldn't have been. I feel like all of that is just an excuse for us. And we know that. And even when you block them, when you get the block call, right? It's like, why we answer? We know it's them. So it's an excuse. I'm doing everything. No, you're not. No, you're not. But girl, I feel you. I know. Don't curse me out. Don't curse me out for this reading because that was harsh. And I love you, girl. I love you. Don't curse me out, boo. That was tough love. Hmm. Okay. Number 1717. You got drama alert. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. Okay. For number 1717, why is this person still hung up on his ex? We'll just do it that way. Why is this person still hung up on his ex? Is there any magic here or why? Why? The why? Why is this person, the Pisces, oy, still hung up on his ex? The Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, the Eight of Cups, the Judgment in reverse, and the King of Wands in reverse. The Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, the World, the Judgment in reverse, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. I feel like, is there any which black magic here done from her? The Justice, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups. What's the High Priestess? The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. The Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death. If there was, he's coming out of this cycle. Oh, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death. I mean, it feels as if, High Priestess could be, but I don't see it right now. Maybe because he's already coming out of it. Okay, hold on. No, I don't see it. Chariot and the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like because there was a lot of time invested. I don't know if they had a lot of years. Queen of Pentacles and the Moon, Eight of Swords. He's still like, yeah, hung up on this person, Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Swords here? The Empress. He saw this person as some kind of end all be all at one point. Like this was the person that he was gonna marry. Eight of Cups in the World, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. He's still healing. Judgment in reverse and the Seven of Wands, the Magician. I feel like the Magician, Seven of Wands, Judgment in reverse, and the Lovers. He makes bad decisions when it comes to people or when it comes to love situations. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. What's that about? The Knight of Cups and a Page of Wands. Seven of Swords. There may be something that he is still guilting himself about, maybe some kind of sneaky energy, the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. There's some kind of lesson. I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't feel more so as a witchcraft kind of thing. It feels more so like he's still stuck on this person because there's a lesson that he needed to learn. King of Wands in reverse and a Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and because he knows that there was some kind of lack of effort or lack of ambition on his part, or lack of working a relationship out, or putting his part, coming to the table with something and working out a relationship and sabotaging this, that he's getting clarity. And so it feels as if he's actually where he needs to be in order to learn a lesson. King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. He's slowly but surely coming out of some kind of shell towards new love. You did ask me something here. So what's the outcome of this situation? The Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Death, and the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, and the, who's this with? Seven of Cups. I feel like he is going to go towards some kind of happiness. I feel like he's going to get over it eventually. There's almost something of him falling out of love with this person coming up. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands, the Death, and the Two of Wands, there is going to be some kind of finality here. The Knight of Cups, the Fool. Yeah, he's going to release himself from this. Strength in reverse. Hold on. Sorry, I never put that up right. Let me just see something, because what is this? There we go. I do want to tell you, though, there is an energy of him trying to contact this person. But what? But she's going to end up rejecting him. I feel like he wants to reconcile. And he's still holding on to some kind of hope. And then I feel like there's like something about him realizing that this is over and this is done and he will come out of it. But coming up, I see him still trying to get back into her energy or trying to reconcile with her. So I feel like, yeah, he needs to learn some kind of lesson. I feel like that's what it is. It doesn't feel much like brujeria or witchcraft, because she's actually rejecting him. So it's like, why do all that then to reject somebody? All right, this next one, I don't see, let me see. There wasn't an email here. So I'm just gonna have to use initials. Yeah, she didn't send me an email. All right. This next one is gonna be for the initials. I don't even know your last name. We're gonna put SH and then Cancer, because I believe this person is a Cancer. SH Cancer. Because I didn't get an email. I just got an order. All right, for SH Cancer, you wanted a 3-month energy check. Overall 3-month energy, and then we'll go month by month starting. I mean, the month just started, so we'll start with April, then May, and then June. Overall, the next 3 months, April, May, and June. April, May, and June. For SH Cancer, the Cancer, overall, next 3 months, Two of Wands. Next 3 months, what can she expect? The Judgment and the Ace of Wands. So there's definitely something that you're looking forward to, some kind of new beginning here. Page of Pentacles could be an offer when it comes to work. Now, mind you, it's the overall energy for the next 3 months. We'll go in month by month. And the Fool, there's some kind of new beginning here for you. Two of Wands. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Wow. Judgment. King of Cups. Seven of Swords. Five of Swords. And the Star. I feel like Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. You could be meeting someone, but there's a bit of insecurity here from you on moving forward. Hangman. Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be a Pisces energy. The King of Wands. This could be a fire sign. I feel like you got new love here. Yeah, you got a soulmate coming in that's going to want a chance with you. Wow, the Hierophant. And this could definitely be a higher level of commitment coming in for you. But why the insecurity? Death, Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, because you could still be releasing someone, okay, or an ending. You're still going through some kind of change. I feel like you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming in, but there's going to be a lot that you're going to avoid. Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the High Priestess. You're going to try to follow your intuition. I feel like you may also have a twin flame situation coming back around that you're trying to avoid because you want some kind of change. There's something from your past you may need to avoid because it is Five of Swords, very sabotaging. There's something about you going towards the new, the Star, the Fool, and the Knight of Cups, King of Swords. You have a soulmate energy and a twin flame that you're going to be in between. I feel like in the next 3 months too, you're going to be very focused on your future, the Star, the Nine of Wands, yeah, the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords, Six of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. What's the Three of Wands? You could also be traveling or moving. But I feel like you're definitely transitioning little by little into something here that's very much aligned with you when it comes to work. Two of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. And right now, maybe in the next 3 months, it's a bit iffy on whether or not you're ready to commit to either person. The Magician, Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. I feel like you're just going to be focused on your own manifestations and doing you. It's so funny because I think I got that for April in the Cancer read. So that makes sense. I feel like you're so like held, like very tunnel vision as far as what you're trying to manifest, some kind of forward movement, stability, etc. So what is coming up in April? What's April looking like for SH Cancer? Four of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. What's April looking like? King of Swords and the Three of Wands. Four of Swords, the Star. There may be a lot of like thinking, late night staying up, thinking about exactly what you want to do, what you want to manifest. And I feel like it's around your stability. Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Hierophant, Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. I feel like there's some kind of elevation coming towards you. The Fool. You could be starting a new job. The Five of Pentacles. Why? The Nine of Cups. It may not be what you like, but I feel like it's definitely going to bring some kind of new beginning to your stability. All right. It may not be right up your alley. King of Swords, King of Cups, and the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups. You may be meeting someone coming up. Same sex, it looks like. Three of Wands and a Queen of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. What's that about? Five of Cups. And I feel like you're still getting over somebody here. This Queen of Wands, all right? Someone from your past. The Tower. What about that? The Empress, the Queen of Cups, and the Justice. This person may try to return in the month of April. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. But there's a breadcrumbing energy that you don't like. Four of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. What's that about? Knight of Cups, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords. There may be something around your home, an expense, or something that you feel like you can't maybe pay on time. Okay, we'll put it that way. Or something with your car, your home, or your car. What's May looking like? What's May looking like? What's May looking like? What's May looking like for SH Cancer? Two of Wands, the Lovers, the Star, and the King of Wands, fire sign, Gemini energy, and Aquarius energy. Four of Swords, Six of Wands, the Lovers, Ten of Wands, the Star, the Three of Wands, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Nine of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of wish fulfillment around your success in May. I feel like you may end up doing something that is right up your alley now. Lovers and a Ten of Wands, the Fool. There's going to be some kind of like more movement with flow, things just moving in flow for you, burdens being released. Things are not going to be so heavy. It's going to flow easily. The Wheel of Fortune, you may start thinking about a move or travel or something like that. Ace of Wands, there may be something like at a distance or abroad or in another state that can come as well as far as a new position at work. The Sun, wow, there's a lot of happiness. The Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, King of Swords. I feel like you're moving with a lot of logic. The Sun, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. Listen, money's going to be looking really good in May. The Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Cups. I don't think you see this coming. I feel like overall there's a lot of healing here too. You're going to be entering one of the happiest times of your life in May. Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Tower, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Wands. There's someone here from your past. They may try to sneak back into your energy. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. But see, this is a sabotaging energy for you. Be careful. What's June looking like? What's June looking like for SH Cancer? Queen of Swords. Ooh. The Chariot. The Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. Your next 3 months is going to be very transformative. You may also start realizing that you needed to go through some kind of difficulty in order to get to where you're about to go to somewhere very, very happy. I don't know why I'm getting like margaritas in the sun. Ace of Wands, yeah, the High Priestess, the Moon, the Empress, Ace of Pentacles, wow, the Emperor, and the Tower. Whoa. All right, hun, listen up. June, big things, big things. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven majors out of 10 cards. Very transformative month for you, especially when it comes to commitment to love, a move, a new home, a new job. There is a lot here about your elevation that's gonna make the past. You may even think the humble times. Okay, you may even think the humble times. The Five of Wands. What's that about? Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Hermit. Three of Wands. There's something about a move or travel, as I said, overseas or another state. Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. It's almost like you want a new beginning overall in life. I'm very iffy when it comes to situations like this, but I will tell you, you may get a little bit of bad news when it comes to maybe a family member here in June. However, I'm going to stay away from that energy because I don't like pulling stuff like that. But I will tell you, June is very transformative, as I said, because it's almost like you're looking back at hardship And you have so much growth here that I feel like there's an appreciation for what this journey has been about. And it's about your growth. It's about financially stable here. It's almost like you had to go through like, what is it? The depths of the valley in order to be where you're at now. You may be moving away from a twin flame situation, and I see you have going into some kind of unexpected new love here. I don't think you see this coming. Someone that's much more aligned with you. Queen of Cups. As soon as I said that, look, King and the Queen of Cups. There's going to be a very loving situation that comes in, the Magician, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. But be careful, because I see this person from your past again with that sabotaging energy could be messing something up for you. The Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Lovers. You're going to be definitely learning lessons around a love situation too. And when I tell you money, I mean money, success, recognition. All right, the Wheel of Fortune, things are definitely about to change for you. There could also be like, again, a promotion, or even like a something with money, like a lump sum of money. Mm-mm. Okay. All right. Number 1515. You got the big break. Number 1515, the big break. Okay. Present energy in love. Present energy in love for number 1515. The Four of Wands. The King of Wands. Heavy fire energy. The Judgment and the Ace of Wands. And Death. Four of Wands, Seven of Swords, King of Wands, the Strength, Judgment, Ace of Wands, High Priestess, Death, and the King of Swords. I see. There could be a situation that you could be sneaking towards, and another one that you're ending. Something with a very narcissistic energy here. Something very toxic. I see you moving to like a new love or a third party. Someone that you may have a secret. But I see there's someone from the past here, this narcissistic energy, toxic energy, Nine of Wands that doesn't want to let you go. Very forceful. It gives me borderline abusive. Okay. Now abuse comes in different ways, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, etc. Tell me about this new person. Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Sun. I feel like there's someone here that you could be manifesting that creates some kind of peace from this chaos. All right. For some kind of it's like they bring some kind of happiness to you. The Sun and the Emperor, yeah, Two of Wands, the Hierophant. You could see yourself going places with this person or moving towards some kind of happiness, like riding off in a sunset. Very mature kind of energy. All right. And I feel like with time and patience, things could definitely move into commitment. All right. Move into marriage, longevity. Yeah, Ten of Cups, very happy. Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I see you holding on to this. All right, let's see what's coming up. But you got somebody else there in the back end that I don't know if they feel very possessive over you. What's up next in love? Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Your money's gonna be looking good. King of Wands, heavy Aries, Leo, Sag, Hangman. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Judgment, Hangman, and the Nine of Wands. I see you moving forward with someone because someone is showing up very much in effort. Someone is definitely putting in the action, and I feel like it's shifting your perception with maybe when it comes to your insecurities. I feel like there's a very big opportunity here with somebody that is all about investment, like marriage, commitment, all right, long term, and it's shifting your perception on you being so defensive. Maybe you're feeling like a little bit too good to be true. This person is going to provide you a lot of secure energy, like reassurance, especially if you've come from a very toxic relationship. But you are going to definitely have to put in your part because there's so much that they can do, right? And I feel like this person is going to realize like you're still very much Two of Swords, Nine of Swords blocked off. Eight of Cups, be careful. This person may end up walking away from you. And the thing is that with the Magician, you've manifested whoever this is. They want success. But again, you're going to have to shift your perception in order for something to move forward. The Tower, the Six of Pentacles, there you have to, it feels like, I'm going to be honest, it feels a bit one-sided. I don't know if this person may be feeling that way, like they're doing more. And it's like, I don't know how else to get to you, how to show you that I'm here. The world, you need to close out a cycle, especially when it comes to here mentally. There's a transformation that's needed. All right. Because I feel like this person is showing up for you in a very much manly way. The Emperor. I'm not just talking this shit. I'm showing you. Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. The Hermit is like you're looking back at a past situation. I don't know if you got cheated on, all right? Or there was something here that, you felt very humiliated about, but you need to drop that burden. What's the Sun, the Three of Cups, and the Hermit? Six of Swords, Five of Cups, King of Cups. The Fool, the Star, and the Knight of Wands. Be careful in entertaining other people because this person will be finding out. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And this is X. And I feel like whoever you were married to or tied to is going to always try to come back to start something with you. And that may make your person a bit insecure. So be careful of that. All right, number 0303. You got taking chances. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Okay. What's coming up between number 0303 and this Libra? Between the Aries and the Libra, what actions will this Libra take towards the Aries? Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. I feel like this person is very defensive at the moment. The Lovers, the Hangman, and the Judgment. Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. They're very much invested in their marriage. Magician, they're trying to, yeah, Death, and the Empress. I feel like they are going to come back. Two of Wands. They could try to move things forward with this person. Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands. They haven't let you go yet. They're trying to hold back. Why? The Five of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. They feel like this situation is not easy, trying to give to both parties, right? Trying to spread themselves. And I feel like there's something here that was announced, or there's something here they found out, or maybe the conversation. There's pride involved here, but it's keeping this person in their head. Knight of Cups, but I do see them coming back around. Three of Wands. It just feels like a long time. They're going to shift your perception. Give this person time. Three of Wands. But I also feel like with the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the King of Swords, this person feels as if you should be the one reaching out to them. The Judgment and the Empress. Yeah, Three of Swords. I feel like they are going to come back around. What could she expect with this person? The Moon, the Knight of Pentacles. They're going to be moving very slow. Two of Swords, Hierophant. But with the Sun and the Knight of Wands, they will be coming back. The Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords is just in divine timing. It's almost like allowing the situation to cool down and the tensions, what is it? The dust to settle. The Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, you guys would be okay. The Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you guys will go back until emotional fulfillment. Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The Temperance, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Cups. There's something around. I don't know if any of you guys have adult children, but be careful of that. I don't know if somebody could be like, there's something about children involved here. That may cause some kind of blockage. Somebody may say something by mistake to your person or their person. All right. Or there's something about people around you or listening in. Be careful. But I do see this person coming back around. I see you guys back together. For sure. All right. Number 0404. You got slow down. I'm not sure what your question is. I guess what could you what could she do about this situation? 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 I'm not sure what you're asking though. Like what your advice is. Death just came out. End it? Or what is coming up in the situation? Are you in here? I'm just not looking at the chat. Hey, everyone. All right, number 0404. She's not in here. Okay. What does she do about this love triangle, this love situation without drama, heartache, and mixed emotions? The Hangman and the Magician. What should she do about it? The Five of Cups and the Hierophant. And the Three of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Seven of Cups, Magician, Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Moon, Three of Wands. There's something about you distancing yourself from this confusion, gaining some kind of shift in perception. Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Magician, the Seven of Wands. There's something that you're trying to create with something, but it's like a no win-win for you. Five of Cups and a Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords. Having to move with confidence, even though with the Five of Cups, there's a lot of conflict and sadness behind it. Hierophant and Knight of Pentacles, a star. Move towards Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. It's almost like pushing you towards where you need to be. The star and the Hierophant, some kind of like wish fulfillment, something that's rightfully yours, but it's like you're fighting against the tide. Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. The Six of Swords is like the divine is trying to carry you to a different destination, something better than what you want. But with the Four of Pentacles, there's resistance, and the Two of Wands, you see, it's like opposing energy, holding back and then moving forward. The Three of Pentacles and the Moon, Seven of Swords. The Empress, the King of Cups, and the Death, having to end a situation, even though with the Death and the King of Cups, it may be someone that you love. Why? Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, and the Hermit. What's the Hermit? The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. There may be upcoming drama coming up. Tower and the Ten of Wands, Page of Wands. Yeah. Something on your end specifically, because you got the King of Pentacles here. Maybe your husband. What about that? The Ace of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this person may be trying to work things out with you. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Temperance. The Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. It feels as almost like there's something about you're on your side, somebody trying to make peace with you, work things out with you. Tell me more about this. The Sun, the Five of Pentacles, and the World. But there's something here that the divine is saying that even though it's a happy situation elsewhere, Five of Pentacles in the World, you need to close that cycle out. Three of Swords, Eight of Cups. Yeah, ripping off the Band-Aid quickly. Chariot, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Cups. What about that? The Lovers, the Page of Swords, and you know, be careful because I do see somebody's husband finding out. All right. It feels like the masculine energy. It feels like on your end. All right. Number 0707. You got compromised. Okay. Present and future. Current relationship with her boyfriend right now. Present energy between number 0707 and her current boyfriend. And her current relationship with her boyfriend. Present energy. Two of Swords almost wanted to come out in reverse. Ooh, and the Magician. The Moon and the Six of Swords. And the Nine of Wands. What's Two of Swords? The Six of Pentacles, Magician, Four of Cups, the Moon, the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. It feels like there's a lot of stagnation here. Maybe you feel like there's not an equal give and take. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. maybe you feel like you're giving more to this situation. And I feel like it's almost like a bit of a little unhappy energy here of not being able to manifest Eight of Pentacles to make something work. Four of Cups, Two of Wands, Hangman and the Moon, Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like there's a stagnation around the opportunity, or Ace of Pentacles, the stability around it, moving something like, yeah, maybe finances could be a thing. It doesn't feel like it. This could be more energetic, like the investment part of it. Like, should you continue to invest, right? Is this going to lead to an engagement, to a marriage, to Six of Cups, us having children, living together if you don't already live together? The Tower, what's that about? Queen of Swords is almost like you're becoming a bit cold. And it could be from literally night to day. There could be resentment that's coming up. Tower and the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice. What is this about? The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Damn. There could be some kind of karma coming in. And this could be from you switching up your energy from, you know what, wanting to kind of do this to now you being wanting to be outside. Nine of Wands and a Knight of Swords and a Knight of Cups. What's that about? But I see this person not wanting to release you either. And they see the success. They see the success here. But I don't know why there's so much iffy energy. What does he want? What does this her person want? What does her boyfriend want? Knight of Pentacles, the Star, the Three of Swords. So he wants to move slow as molasses. He wants to move slow. I don't know if there could be also a third party involvement, like someone talking in his ear or influencing him. This could be a mother figure. This could be a baby mama or someone from his past, or some kind of influence here. I feel like there's also this energy here where he's moving slow because he got like the grass is greener syndrome. The grass is greener syndrome. You know, it's almost like cold feet. Like, okay, what else is out there? What if I'm missing out on other opportunities? So what could she expect in this situation? What could she expect coming up? What could she expect coming up? Ace of Pentacles and the Strength. What could she expect coming up with her boyfriend? The Moon, the Two of Pentacles, and the Death. What's the Ace of Pentacles? The Eight of Wands, the Strength, the Page of Swords, the Moon, the World. There's a lot of insecurities about commitment or moving forward. There could be a conversation about that, and it may be a bit disappointing. And then you're going to realize that this is not something of how you saw it play out or manifested. The Three of Wands, there may be distance or moving or separating here. This could be emotional distance too. Two of Pentacles and the, yeah, you may start questioning on whether or not this is someone that you want long term, the Fool, whether or not you want to free yourself from this situation. Death and the Temperance, Ace of Swords. I feel like you're going to gain some kind of clarity. Death, the King of Cups, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. That somebody could be very immature or may lack some kind of like emotional intelligence, or there's something around their emotions, vulnerability. Three of Cups, Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. This person may also act single. They may like to entertain other people and keep you into some kind of competition. And that's why they're very avoided when it comes to commitment. Yeah, they like to maybe play a lot of games or get attention elsewhere. I feel like there's a energy here of you kind of spying because there is insecurities. This person starts giving you doubts. Okay. I got a bit of a long one here. Number 222, you got alignment. Wait, let me timestamp it and then I'll show you the card. 222, alignment. All right, so you got present and future, 3 months, and then present and future, and then one question. Okay. Let's do, what does my relationship look like with this person, present and future? What does her relationship look like with this person? What's the present energy with this person and her? Present energy between her and this person. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands. You may be questioning the passion behind this coming up, or maybe that's the present. Maybe you feel as if something could be moving too fast. Let's see. Five of Swords. There's something about the sexual energy. I don't know if you like that. Okay, you like it or something. Six of Swords, Ten of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Moon. So I feel like, I don't know, there's a very up and down energy here. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Five of Swords. What's this? Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Temperance. It's almost like you need to have a lot of patience with whoever this is. And again, I don't know if it's in the intimacy department. And I feel like there's a bit of a hesitance why the world on whether or not to close out this cycle, to leave this person. The Hermit, the Six of Swords, and the Hierophant, the Hangman. There's a bit of stagnation. Why do I feel like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups. But I feel like, who's this? The same person? The Devil. There's a bit of toxicity here. I feel like the minute that you withdraw, this person comes back. Eight of Cups and the Moon, the Chariot. So it keeps you in the energy of not knowing whether or not you should move on. High Priestess, the Empress, and the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, oh, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Holding on to this is actually watering you down. Holding on to this is watering you down because you're showing up as the High Priestess and the Empress, the Ten of Swords. Holding on to this, investing in this is actually watering you down and putting you down a notch. Why? Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands, because you're very insecure about this situation. Nine of Wands, but you want to hold on to it. Seven of Cups, King of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Maybe there's a lack of loving kind of energy, maybe on your end. The Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you know that you can do better. Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Sun. I don't know. I don't see you fully happy with this person right now. Maybe this is a transient kind of thing, something like in transition right now in the energy. What could she expect coming up in this relationship? What could she expect coming up in this relationship? Magician, the Sun, the World, Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. The Magician, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Wands. I don't feel like you can create stability with this person. The Sun and the Lovers, the Two of Pentacles, but you're iffy about closing out a cycle, but you're going to start, it's just going to happen. It's almost like you start distancing yourself. And I see somebody sneaking away towards another adventure. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're starting to like pull away here. Nine of Wands, but there's a refusal of like truly telling this person it's over. Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands, the Star, but you're going to be finding it less and less. It's almost like the reality is going to start kicking in, and you feel like this is a burden. Seven of Swords and a Page of Wands, the Emperor. Seven of Swords, Emperor, and the Page of Wands, Temperance. There's an avoidance from someone. Page of Wands, Ten of Swords, yeah, Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. There may be a betrayal with someone else here on his end. Page of Pentacles, yeah, Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. There could be a third party. You may start feeling the disconnect from this person. Yeah, especially when it comes to their emotions, and you're going to be realizing like, yo, this is not even someone here that I can commit to. Five of Swords and the King of Pentacles, I can do better. The Fool, the Two of Wands, and the Hangman, you're going to shift your perception very quick. Six of Wands, the Strength, and the Four of Pentacles. Girl, Nine of Pentacles, I don't truly see, I mean, it doesn't feel like you're hurting. Let me not say that. It's not like you don't get attention. It's not like you don't get attention. All right, I'm gonna do the 3 months for last. I'm gonna do the third and fourth question, and then I'll get to your 3 months. What does the relationship with this person and the other person look like, present and future? What does the relationship with T and this other person look like, present and future? What's going on between T and this person currently? The Moon and the Four of Wands. The Seven of Swords, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords, the Moon, the World, the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands. There's a lot of insecurities here. Someone is stressed that somebody's gonna like move away or sneak away. Yeah, Six of Wands. They're just faking for the gram, though, for sure. Five of Swords, Five of Cups. There's a lot of sabotaging energy. She's very insecure, and it sabotages their relationship. Seven of Swords and a Nine of Swords. The Fool. Somebody's like they're trying to get past some kind of deceptive energy, but there's a lot of like torment. You know when somebody has done you wrong already, and then you let them back in, and then you're still like, I feel like they're gonna do it again. Emperor and the Five of Pentacles, the Hangman. This person is also very stuck. He got a lot of blockages, especially when it comes to finances or maybe a new job. He may not have a job. Queen of Swords and the Two of Wands, Three of Cups. What's that about? The Queen of Wands, the Chariot. This person, the female may be trying to find a third party to move towards. Six of Cups, Empress, King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands. What's that about? Is she pregnant? I think you told me that she is. Okay, what does that have to do with all this? The King of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups. Girl, she may not know who the daddy is. There's other people here. She could, I don't know, is she promiscuous? Because there's like other two people here. So what's coming up in between these two people? In between T and this person? Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Star. Something may be very much superficial. Somebody may be broke and the other person may be the one kind of doing everything. Magician. The Fool and the High Priestess. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Cups. Somebody's going to entertain other people. I feel like it's a feminine energy. Ten of Cups, Magician, Page of Wands, the Fool, the Emperor, the High Priest, and the Six of Swords. It's like they're trying to manifest some kind of connection, forward movement. Ace of Swords, especially if there's a pregnancy here. But I feel like deep down inside, they know that this is not what they want. The Three of Swords, yeah. They're trying to shift your perception and be happy here. Page of Swords, Magician, Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups. There's somebody else here, this person. The masculine is trying to manifest. The Fool, yeah, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. What's the Hierophant? The High Priestess, Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands. There goes that energy. I feel like they end up walking away from one another. Why? Five of Wands, Ten of Wands. There's too much burdens. Ace of Cups, Hermit. Somebody doesn't want to be here. Somebody wants to do some. They either want attention or they want to be with someone else. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Tower. There may be some kind of unexpected communication, like something really upsetting that maybe breaking up this dynamic, and it may have to do with a baby or their family dynamic. So I think that leads me to your other question. Is this baby his? Because this is what that's leading to. Is this baby his? Is this T's baby? The Devil, Jesus. The Death, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands, maybe not. I don't think so. The devil, the 10 of pentacles, yeah, the 3 of cups. I don't know if they were in some kind of threesome, foursome, or swingers thing, but is the baby his? The 2 of pentacles, the 10 of wands, and the 5 of wands. It doesn't look like it. Magician, the fool, and the 8 of wands. She may have told him that to keep him there. The 2 of swords, the 8 of pentacles, and the 9 of wands. I don't even know if she knows that if it's his or not. 6 of wands, hermit, but they will find out the truth. The star. Okay, this person may be swabbing soon, or whenever the baby's born, or they may be looking into that. Okay. 3-month energy check between you and this person. Let me look at the chat real quick. Overall, 3 months between you and this person. Overall 3 months. What's the next 3 months looking like? We're going to get the overall energy. Jesus. Okay. My cards are not even reversed. We're going to get the overall 3-month energy, and then April, May, and June, month by month. So what does May? What did I say? Yeah, April, May, and June look like overall for her and this person. 6 of wands in reverse, the 9 of wands, the Knight of wands, and the Knight of cups. So it feels as if there's a knowing here that this shit ain't going nowhere, to be honest with you. 6 of wands in reverse, there's a lack of success. I don't know if you feel like financially, or there's something with like stability wise, like I don't know if you feel like you need to water yourself down for this person, or maybe this is not something that you're used to, but there's like a resistance to let this go. 6 of wands in reverse, 9 of swords. Yeah, you're gonna start realizing like this is not it. Queen of swords, the temperance, the strength, and the 2 of pentacles. I feel like you're gonna be fighting though for this. The judgment, and this person is always going to come back around. 7 of pentacles. Yeah, 5 of swords. There's a lot of mind games. Very much immature energy. King and a queen of swords. 8 of cups. There's a lot of breakup to make up kind of energy. The strength, 2 of pentacles, page of cups, and a 4 of wands. And iffiness as far as like something isn't moving towards commitment. You could also be comparing someone here to someone else. I feel like you could also get some kind of communication from someone, but it feels as if with the high priestess, it's a secret. Because both of you could be dealing with people, with other people. But I feel like in this dynamic, you feel like it's not going to go anywhere. It feels stagnant. You try to make it work, but it's not in alignment with you. And I feel like you don't feel like this person is stepping up to the plate. There's something here that is almost like you're not used to this kind of treatment or something. Or unless you're comparing them to someone else. What does April look like for her and this person? Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Very non-committal, superficial kind of energy. The King of Swords wanted to come out in reverse. Somebody could be a bit narcissistic or mean. Very overbearing, overpowering. Queen of Swords and 8 of Wands, especially how you guys talk to each other, could be nasty. 5 of Swords, a lot of mind games. There's a third party. 6 of Cups, the Temperance, 8 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Not sure on whether or not you may be the one that's inconsistent, or I don't know. There's a very 8 of Swords. I feel like somebody wants to step out. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. There's a third party here, maybe on both ends. 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and you're waiting for some kind of change from this person in April. You're waiting for some kind of breakthrough, for some kind of like, ta-da! The Chariot, the Star, and the Nine of Swords. Again, a lot of insecurities on how to move forward in this to get success. Are we gonna be together, or is this gonna last? And I feel like it just moves super slow. And there's a lot of overthinking from your end on whether or not you really want to be in this. Or if you're even emotionally, if you even like this person. What's May looking like between her and this person? What's May looking like between her and this person? Queen of Pentacles again. Are you the breadwinner, girl? Nine of Cups. Two of Wands. Okay. The Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Moon, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles. I'm gonna be honest, I see more happiness, but it feels as if there's a secret here. That's why there's happiness. There could be pregnancy here, so be careful if you don't want to get pregnant. The Sun, yeah. The Sun and the Moon, the Six of Wands. But see, the thing is that you start feeling good in this connection because you're getting attention elsewhere. The Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, Death. What's that about? The Judgment, the Ace of Wands, and the Emperor. Is this someone else? The Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. I feel like what's coming up for you in May is that you're giving to two people and you may be breaking up with this person and you're going towards someone else. And I see a lot of happiness on your end. I feel somebody else will be devastated because you're rejecting them. You could be giving someone else a chance. Making amends with the person that you feel more aligned with. Emperor and Empress, okay? Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. You could be moving towards someone else here. You're rejecting somebody and you're very happy in the month of May. It doesn't feel like it's this person though. What's June looking like between her and this person? Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to run back to work things out. The Hierophant, the Devil, and the Five of Swords. Oh, girl, a lot of mind games. Knight of Swords, Six of Wands. Somebody's feeling some kind of way because you're getting attention, and I feel like they're going to want to work things out with you. But there's somebody else getting in the way. Magician. There's a lot of manipulation here. Ten of Swords. There's an ending. The Chariot. I feel like you're moving towards something else. The Devil and the King of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me and everything is okay on live because I can't see anything on this end. Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you got some kind of drama going on in June. High Priestess, but you got a side piece. And then what? The Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups. I feel like you're iffy on whether or not, but I feel this being over. I feel like it's over between you and this person in June. Nine of Swords, King of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. You're very, again, iffy about reinvesting. All right. But I see you kind of dealing with someone else on the sneaky sneak. And I feel like this person is going to try to come back and chase you, but I don't think you want it anymore. It's over. At least for June. All right, I think I did all your questions. Yeah. All right, number 2424. I may stop these questions soon and do part 2 in the morning, but let's see how much I can last. 2424, you got Good Times. Oh, I want to watch that show, Good Times. All right. Okay. What's currently going on to this Taurus? When it comes to number 2424. What's currently going on with this Taurus when it relates to number 2424 and their fallout? Ten of Wands. The Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. This person is definitely very much burdened, but they do want to come back and talk to you and reconcile. The Star, they want to heal something. It's almost like they want to make something right. Seven of Swords, but they avoid it. Judgment. He may be coming back. Justice, King of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the fact that you caught him burdens him. Ten of Wands, the Lovers. Yep. The Devil. The Temperance. It's almost like he wants to explain something. Five of Swords, the Justice, and the Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. What's that? Five of Swords. He realizes that he sabotaged a good thing. Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. He wants to step up to the plate and man up. Four of Swords. He thinks about it a lot. Three of Pentacles. He could be learning his lesson. How does he currently feel about her? The Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I feel like he feels shame and embarrassment. And that's why he holds back. He doesn't know how to make something right. The Two of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, he doesn't know how to bring this back into the balance. What are his actions coming up, if any? The King of Wands, the Knight of Cups. You're gonna hear from him. You're gonna hear from him, especially because whatever he had going on, that's not gonna work out. The Nine of Wands, the Strength. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, and he's gonna try to come back towards you. Seven of Cups. Because I don't know, it feels like second plate. I don't like it. Now that didn't work out, oh, let me go back that way. We're good. Sorry, y'all, I'm yawning a lot. All right, let's see. Number 7777. Let me just see how much I have. Okay. Number 7777. You got perseverance. What are the good things coming towards 7777 in the month of April? What are the good things coming towards 7777 in the month of April? What are the good things coming up? Six of Cups. The Empress. There may be something around children, a mother figure, connections. Seven of Swords. Someone that you have been avoiding maybe. What are the good things coming up in April? The Eight of Cups. I feel like there's an energy of like avoiding going back home. The Fool. Let's see. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, happiness, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Well, money's going to be looking hella good. That's definitely a good thing. There's something about some kind of insecurity around family. Four of Pentacles that you're holding on to. Chariot that you could be moving on from. Two of Pentacles. There's like some kind of balance. Seven of Swords. Three of Pentacles. You could be avoiding making amends with somebody. That may be resolving this month. Eight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. What's that about? The Justice. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities, especially when it comes to travel. What's the Seven of Cups? Ace of Cups. You're going to also have a lot of love offers this month. The Fool and the Eight of Pentacles. You have a new job or a new opportunity with work, and money's going to look hella good. The Six of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Death, the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Ace of Pentacles. You may be meeting someone. You're definitely getting a lot of attention. I feel like what's coming to an end is this Five of Cups, sadness, feeling like blah, nothing, some kind of pessimistic energy. I feel like that's going to be ceasing. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's almost an energy of optimism and looking forward towards the new. There may be travel here too. Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Magician. Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Money's going to be looking hella good, girl. All right. You got somebody happy. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming towards you. Leo, Taurus energy. I feel like you're going to get a lot of attention, a lot of sexual attention too. You're going to be in your head about this. I want to say in a good way. All right. Number 1414. You got light up. What is the real reason the Pisces want to stay in DR? What is the real reason the Pisces wants to stay in DR? Oh, okay. What is the reason? What is the real reason the Pisces want to stay in DR? The Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Death and the Knight of Pentacles. The Star and the High Priestess. He feels like it's where he's supposed to be. I do want to tell you that. He feels like there's something about DR making him feel like life is slowing down, almost like living in the moment. And I could see that. The King of Cups, Eight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Girl, is this in DR? The King of Wands. He got somebody out there. Death, the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Star, the Judgment, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, he got somebody there. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Who's this with? The Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. What's the King and the Queen of Cups? The Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Girl, he got a few people. He got this Queen of Wands and he got his Queen of Cups. He may have be seen two people there, Two of Cups. And he doesn't want to let go of some kind of connection he got going on. The Hermit, yep. The Four of Pentacles. He got hope in that situation, but I also feel like he got hope with you too, the World. What's going on with all him and these love interests? Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, this Temperance. It feels like they're a bit very non-committal. He kind of gets what he wants, which is attention, the Sun, and a lot of sex. Three of Wands, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Girl, he may be reckless and he may have a child out there. All right. Or that's about to come up. There could be like a pregnancy scare. What are his next actions towards the Leo? What are his next actions towards her, the Leo, towards 1414? What are his next actions? The Two of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles wanted to come out in reverse. The Eight of Wands. the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Two of Wands, Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like there's a conversation about working things out. But with the Two of Swords, Three of Cups, the Fool, he's still at some kind of crossroads. He wants to make things right with you. But see, what's the Three of Cups, Two of Swords, the King of Cups? But there's still someone else in his energy. Eight of Wands and the Lovers, Two of Cups. He may be trying to work things out with you, move towards you in love, but you may reject him. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So he may just end up in another situation and working towards another Seven of Cups, another option. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. I feel like he feels rejected. What are his next actions towards her? The World, the Chariot. There may be travel. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there could be travel. What's this travel? Seven of Swords. The Moon, the Page of Swords, and the Strength. He may also be traveling, or there could be travel here, but he's trying to keep something a secret. It's like he's doing something, almost want to say right. So he could be traveling here, or you could be traveling there, but he's doing something so you don't find something out, and that's someone else. Page of Swords, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, the Death. You may end up finding out. Two of Pentacles, the Sun. Yeah, something will be coming out to light. And with the Death, yeah, that may actually be sealing the deal for you. Page of Wands, Knight of... So I feel like he wants to be with you, but because he feels rejected, he justifies the fact that he's entertaining someone else. He's actually out there having a lot of you know what. And he is being reckless because it's unprotected. So I could see why you were a bit, you know... I feel like him being in DR kind of works for him. You know what I mean? We love you, Dorian. We do. All right. I think I'm going to leave the questions there for tonight. I'm going to get rest. I'm going to come back. I'm going to tell you guys what's next. Let's see how much I did today. Depends. Let's see. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can just do at least one more. Let me actually do, yeah, let me do a couple more and then I will, give me 1 second. When y'all don't put the payment on the question, it just confuses things because I'm not sure if it's like a... Okay, it is. Okay, cool. All right, let me just kind of do two more and then we'll wrap it up for tomorrow morning. We're going to go with 1551, 1551. You got hold your vision. Okay, let's see. Okay. What are this person's true blue intentions with number 1551? What are the Virgo's true intentions with the Leo? What are the Virgo's true blue intentions with the Leo? The Strength, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the World, the Seven of Cups, the Hangman, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like, yeah, he got a little split intention here. He wants to Eight of Pentacles. I feel like he still wants to work out on another connection, and he's trying to come towards you as well. So I feel like he talks a good game, but with the Knight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the situation between you and him could be going very slow. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, yeah, Six of Swords. It almost feels a little bit like a rebound, the Cherry, because he's still getting over someone. The World and the Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, and I feel like he's also refusing to close out another situation. So what are his true intentions with number 1551? The Page of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Death. The Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Swords. It feels like a rebound. It feels like he wants comfort and a band-aid, because I feel like with Five of Cups, he's still with the Four of Swords, still healing over something. Five of Swords. Yeah, Three of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the King of Swords. I feel like he's playing a little bit of mind games here. Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. And he knows how to say things. He knows how to talk. He knows how to finesse. Why is the Seven of Wands and the King of Swords? The Judgment, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Is that towards the Leo? The Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Wands. I mean, he's still a bit iffy on whether or not he's ready to commit. But let me see, because if he's just getting over something, you know what I mean? That could be that energy. Are his intentions true, though, towards the Leo? The Chariot, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Wands. He's going to want you to wait for him, because he still doesn't know what he wants. He's still in between he's still like at a crossroads of getting over someone else. Page of Swords, Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Fool. What's the Queen of Cups? The High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Empress. I still feel like he wants his ex, or he could still be married, okay? So be careful. But let's see, because I know that's your next question. So what is going on in his love life currently? What is going on between him and this person that he said he's separated from? Are they really separated, or are they dealing with each other? What's going on with this person? And no, the World's in reverse and the Ten of Wands. It's not fully over yet. They may be going through things, but it's not over yet. The Knight of Wands, he still tries to go back. Seven of Cups. And he may like a lot of attention. King of Swords, it's not over yet for him. Ten of Wands, the Moon. He also entertains other people. Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, he doesn't want it to be over. Two of Wands and the Sun. Knight of Wands and Moon, hell no. He had a side piece. Page of Swords, and she found out, or she could also be going towards another love situation. So is there anything going on between him and this person? The Five of Pentacles, the Temperance. No, he could definitely be separated. Six of Wands, but he doesn't feel like it's done yet. She may be leaving him out in the cold, but what does he want with her? The Nine of Cups, the Fool. Yeah, he wants another chance. And what does she want? The Devil, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords. She's hurt because he cheated or something like that. She knows he's toxic. Six of Swords, yeah, and she's also may have another love interest. Are they separated? They may be, yes, but in his energy is not over yet because he still wants her. Three of Pentacles, the Hierophant, yeah, and the King of Wands. He still wants to commit. He still wants to be with her. So her energy is because he could have sabotaged the situation. I also feel like she has someone else. Oops, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Number 4444. You got blessing in disguise. Okay. What could she expect with this guy at a long distance. What could she expect with this new person, with this guy she's been talking to that she's known, but they're at a long distance? What could she expect? What can number 44 expect with this person? The Empress. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Okay. The Lovers. The Moon. And the High Priestess. What's the Empress? The Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Lovers, the Justice, the Moon, the King of Cups, the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Cups. What could she expect with this person? Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. I feel like it will come to an end. Why? The King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Death, the Four of Swords. He could be holding something back from you. What is it? The Three of Cups, the Five of Wands, some kind of competition. He may end up having new love coming up. And in time, that may end up happening because maybe the long distance is here. He's going to keep a secret from you. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like the situation is going to be moving slow between you and this person. I do see the happiness. I see it moving towards a connection. But with the Moon, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, there's something about him being maybe overly jealous. If he starts projecting about what you got going on, what you're doing, just know that he's judging you by him. King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. It may be over because Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, and the High Priestess, the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Nine of Cups. Was that her? The Temperance, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. You may be finding out something. What is in her energy? 4. Hangman. Yeah, you're going to be finding something out that's going to shift your perception. You may end up blocking him. Seven of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the World. You're going to end this. But I feel you're going to end up walking away. But I feel like it's in time. Just go with the flow and just know the signs. Remember, tarot is it's a tool of guidance. I would never tell someone to end it because of tarot. I will tell you that now that you know the energy is there, just watch out for projection and little things that maybe, him pulling away and not being consistent, things like that. And especially projection because that was here. Because she's knock and ask, baby. You can, but you just gotta wait. Well, you gotta wait, puppy. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just see something. All right, I'm gonna leave the other questions for tomorrow morning. I have a few more left, so you guys you're gonna know the order. I'm gonna put it in the timestamps of who's next in the order. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. I will be on early in the morning. I'm gonna timestamp this now so that you guys will be able to look at your readings, the ones that I've done. I know somebody's been asking me about the timestamp, but I'm not able to timestamp or send that timestamp out yet until the live is ended, because even if you go back right now, you're not going to see the true time. All right. Thank you so much, Dorian, big bro, for being here as always. You always hold me down. Thank you, Astro. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to keep your karma balance. For those of you that are still watching, the questions are closed, so please do not send any more. I'm going to wrap it up in the morning, and then, yeah, we'll do it again next Thursday. Thank you guys and have a wonderful night. Take care.